Ronaldo, pipa Ronaldo, guging-gugingang, guging-guging, guging-gugingang, ngungang-ngungging. Oh iya, banget sih. Guging-gugingang, gugagagungging, guging-gugingang, ngungang-ngungging. Guging-guginggang. Waduh, mentah bilang kandas.
Nowhere to run.
Fraser,
Do your worst.
Wealth is the foundation on which civilization is built.
Let's go, sekali lagi, dua lagi, itu lagi slime. Hebat slime perlu slime, banyak slime. Viva Ronaldo, ngungang-ngungging. Oh sini, tiang-tiang. Ngungang-ngungging, gugigiging, gugigang-gungging. Ngungging-ngungging. Oh iya, nunggu nyalain ya. Saya lupa kakak. Set a human always playing genshin impact. Okay. Forget the barcode. Now let's go. Finish this game.
Nowhere to run. Solidify. Surrender.
Itu di atas itu.
You're toast. Hear my prayer. Suda.
Aduh, kenapa yang kecil-kecil mulu sih slime-nya?
Nowhere to run. Stabilize. Order guide you.
I'm the frying pan.
You're exposed. Surrender. Your sins weigh upon your soul.
Okay.
One man stole. Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
9, Bung, atau lagi bisa gacha. Kita Couple terus sampai bisa gacha. Waduh, tipisnya. Dikit lagi dong. Set. Oh, hari ini seharusnya ya, udah ini ya. Ini musuhnya apa ya, gue lupa ingat deh. Masih navigasi. Gue butuh level 9 dulu ya. Nanti deh, level 9 lebih cepat. Ini dulu apa? Weapon apa aja ya? Gue bingung. Level ember. Nice. Pipa Ronaldo. Nice. Biar Geo gue semangat lagi. Oke, nah ya nggak buruk lah. Semua stats yang lumayan nih. Semoga sih damage gue makin sakit. Nggak apa-apa sih. Attack boosting. Baiklah. Cup. Dendro jangan. Elemen sayang. Ini nggak apa dah, gue buang. Yang pasir ya. Ya, 7. Tiris sekali. Sampai kurang 70 ya. 1000 tapi seenggaknya tambah power. Jalan kan bisa kira 3. Nah 2 3. Oke ya tidak buruk. Tiga puluh. Satu aja cukup. Oke. Ini bisa gacha. Beberapa lah. Akun yang ini nanti aja jadinya daily commission reward. Api dan es. Oh, elektro ya. Api dan es. Bagus yang link. Yang es kaya.
This will be interesting.
Semoga bisa dapat aja.
Solidify!
Boba, get them!
This moment will be frozen in time.
Free!
Too easy.
Nice and spicy!
Stabilize!
Pin them down. We shall prevail.
Dodge this.
I will have order!
Cool it.
Too easy.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
Solidify!
Pin them down.
Dodge this.
Nice and spicy!
Gather!
Freeze.
Out of the frying pan, here to play with me?
Cool it.
Let me use myself a little. Boba, get them!
Stabilize! Quake!
Dodge this.
Nice and spicy! Boring.
Solidify!
Oh, now you've got me worked up.
Gather!
Freeze.
The more,
You're exposed.
the merrier. Out of the frying pan, into the fire.
Stabilize!
Cool it.
Over here. Boba, get them!
Pin them down.
Solidify!
Let me amuse myself a little.
Rise!
Dodge this.
Too easy.
Rice.
Quake!
Banget dong
Out of the frying pan, into the fire.
main dia mga best.
Over here.
Set. Kelar dong jadi dong. Jatuh. Nah, kurang tinggal 2 lagi dapat ini cicin waktu cicin cing ding ding oh ding kurang aku masih kurang ini lagi ya. Pas banget gue musuhnya. Banget ya. Kecil. Masih macam lagi ini. Kejarnya malas. Jadi kalau nggak itu, gue nggak kelar gue kayak tuh apa kerjaan gue. Terus sedikit sedikit banget.
Add asterisk.
Kecil.
Thank you for add asterisk.
Yang tetap susahnya penanggungan. Nyari penonton tetap susahnya penampungan. Penonton tetap, gue pingin penonton tetap. Penonton tetap, gue pingin penonton tetap. Yang capek usaha sendiri. Wah, langsung habis kayak ini. Oh enggak deh, sih ada slot lumayan. Papa Bear. Mama Meow. Wow. Mama Meow. Mama Meow. Sebenarnya slotnya Mama Mia. Mama Mia.
Osmanthus wine take.
Oh, kita Kelarin Questnya. Oh, it's you. Oh, it's you. Ya, dapat bilangnya. Oh, it's you. Ganti setup, ganti Sinchu.
May knowledge guide you.
Who's our next target?
Ya, salah. Yang terakhir, Sinchu. Mama Meow.
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth, and those that come across Leo tend to stay a while, so it is where many things come to settle.
Penting adalah bergumam aja bergumam. Yang penting bergumam dan berusaha.
There really were Fatui at the location written down on this piece of paper. And they look really mad at us too.
Solidify! Order guide you!
Nice and spicy. Rain outlines your fate.
Nowhere to run!
My work finished. Crisp. Flash frost.
Time to act. Let me weave you a verse. Know my sword.
Nowhere to run! Through me, justice is served!
Freshness preserved. Chill to the bone.
Escape your death!
Collect myself.
will have order. Surrender.
Oke, saya dulu bentar.
Drat! You caught me.
Oke, ini apa ya, gue lupa gitu. Aduh, reddish. Mama meong. Apa ini? Cekerai aja, kemas gue. Ini.
Crumble. Quake.
Nah. Oh.
Make my escape.
Saya menggelinding.
And away I go! Mission accomplished. Can I go back?
Rise. Quake.
Next one. Nggak ada.
Gather. Stabilize.
Kill doang. Kiri kanan.
One man's stone is another man's gem.
Just
Gue
sharpen
terbang
my
karena
spear.
cuma sendiri.
Nice and spicy.
My perseverance has paid off.
There are so many talismans here. And some I haven't seen this pattern. Oh, Paimon knows. But how did a relic... Oh, that's right. Cloud Retainer's talisman. Maybe the Fatui are copying the sigil from being able to channel divine power in battle? And the plot thickens. Oh, the last stop on our right of... Let's go! Paimon...
Rise. Quake. Rise.
Know my sword. Witness the power of Guwa.
Futile. Your sins weigh upon your soul.
Certainly worth the extra mile.
Gue coba di gue dashnya. Ambil tasan dulu.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Cuma live nih, si Yuman. Ganti mobil. Aduh. Iya mas.
Quake!
Sel ujung di sini.
Rain outlines your fate.
Nowhere to run!
Body and
Right on time. I myself only... Did you enjoy your visit?
It was so big and pretty and expensive. Paimon's never...
Indeed. It's second to none in all of Liyue. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust?
She's super rich and so generous. Paimon, yeah, his take on Ningguang is quite...
Oh. So you also met with Keqing then?
She said the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing...
No respect for the divine. Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Keqing, Ningguang is more of a businesswoman at heart. Though they are both members of... Although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intentions. Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current position. No order. It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber.
The Jade Chamber is only second.
Why, Mora, of course.
Makes sense.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that. She said that after Rex Lapis was murdered, the Fatui of
That is how the Fatui have always been. It doesn't surprise... No matter what they may be planning.
So, is there anything we need to...
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. Today, we'll be gathering wild glaze lily.
Glaze lilies? Well, why did we come all the way out here? Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame Ping is always tending to flowers. Maybe we could ask...
No. Those lilies have all been gardened by people. They won't do it all. Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort of joyful... Before the Archon War, Dihua Marsh was all dry land and fertile soil. But the war caused landslides, and the land was flooded, turning it into the marsh you see now. Nearly all the glaze lilies were wiped. Of course, there are some kinds of flower. Wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance. If we want to follow... But I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers. No, I need you to sing to them.
Really?
We'll only know once he...
Sing, sing, sing. Sing, 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 sing. Ya, kasih itu, kasih. Waduh, angin. Sing, 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 sing.
Can I go catch up on my...
Tiga, yang dua lagi. Ini ke sebelah lagi. Sing, 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 sing. Sing, 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 sing.
I can't wait any longer. It's time to sing. Whenever you're ready.
Da 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 da.
What happened? These flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is it because you sing a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand here in Lille?
Nowhere to run! Gather!
Boba, get them!
Surrender!
Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
Oke, sebentar. Tat, 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 tat. Oke. Oh.
This little monster is known as a whopper flower. Strict, the glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly potent medicinal value.
Well, that's nice and all.
Unfortunately, no.
That's so late.
Excuse me.
Can you?
Are you searching for glaze lilies?
Oh, hey, it's... What's her face?
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised you still remember my name. Ah, that reminds me. How was your visit to the Jade Chamber?
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely I did.
Nope, we found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did forget to tell them.
Main chat buat screenshot.
Something seems a little off about Ganyu. She's acting different from the first time.
Ah, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan. But now I am simply out on a stroll to see the flowers.
You came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why not just enjoy the gardens of the city?
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I strolled through those lonely gardens now, I wouldn't be able to bear it. Whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days, I draw the windows to block my view of the gardens.
Oh, sorry. We shouldn't have brought it up.
No, it's quite all right. I just haven't processed my emotions yet. When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and drink with Rex Lapis. But 5 of those original 7 had already passed before Rex Lapis. It's truly a changing of the guard. Yes. Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, only Barbados of Mondstadt remains of the first 7. The other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from 2,000 years ago.
Di ini ada ngomongin Raiden Shogun ya.
Of the current 7 Archons, the youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. She is merely 500 years old, whereas Rex Lapis was more than 6,000 years old at the time of his passing. This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 3,700 years ago. The city has never had to bid farewell to its deity.
So what do you think of this farewell?
Huh? This is a little sudden. As a mortal, I've never dared to imagine a Liyue without Rex Lapis. But as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality. Since Rex Lapis has passed, the time of Liyue's contract with the gods and Adepti has now reached its end.
Huh? Did you just say, as an Adeptus?
Yes, I am a mix of human and Qilin. Adeptus blood flows through my veins. I fought for Rex Lapis and the city of Liyue during the Archon War. After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Qixing. I've continued those duties to this very day. Well, let's save that conversation for another day. You say that you are here looking for glaze lilies? I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found. See, I've just picked one myself. Here, you may have it if you wish.
We dare not refuse it.
Oh, so did you sing a song before you picked the lily?
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition well. In fact, I sang a local Liyue ballad to it.
Wow, so you really know your stuff too. Thanks, Ganyu.
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance meeting, I never thought that I would be able to contribute to the upcoming farewell for our ancient lord. If you would excuse me, I should return to my work now.
And that just about does it. Our preparation, given the ease of picking glaze lilies.
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him.
I've had enough ventures in my life already. Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, and requires no small amount of effort. And once business is at full steam, the stress of it all only wears away at you over time. So you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself. If left unchecked, the wear and tear on your heart may go well past mending.
Wow. See? Zhongli sounds like he's already seen it all. Alright, I think it's about time we head back to Liyue Harbor now.
Dragon. Wild glass. Liyue Harbor. Banyak banget yang perlu gue farming gitu. Under Fatui.
What happened? The city gate is swarming with Millilith and the Fatui?
This atmosphere is highly abnormal. It seems as though something big
happened.
Ah, you're the consultant to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Mr. Zhongli, I presume. The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We mustn't act rashly.
Siapa nih?
Desperate
Peter Parker.
times?
The Adepti of Jueyun Karst.
Do they intend to execute?
Most likely.
Peter Parker.
I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. However, both sides were quite obstinate and hidden in battle.
It seems inevitable, given the...
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contract.
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the sort to give in so easily.
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands. Yet it's because of that obstinacy that mortals and Adepti are now on the verge of conflict.
And what now? How is it that the Fatui have come under fire?
That's all Ningguang's doing. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millilith must rein in the actions of the Fatui. Only now do they want to start keeping tabs. Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please.
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary? Neither path is an...
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor has also been caught up in all of this. They're currently squaring off with the authorities.
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. I hope that Master Hu has been able to keep things under control for the moment. Consider your next course of action carefully, traveler. If you're...
Having connections with the Fatui seems to be quite the So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse? Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that wants to see the whole city turned upside down, it's definitely him. He must be waiting for the moment when no one is watching. But where could we find him? Where would he go at a time like this?
Oh iya, udah menakutnya. Yup, Golden House. Sudah waktunya untuk lawan Cilde. Mantap juga. Yup, sudah waktunya untuk lawan Cilde. Persiapan. Arvan, halo, selamat datang. Thank you sudah mampir, thank you. Apa nih, Bang? Anda sepuh. Sepuh apa ini maksudnya, Bro? Sepuh apa sepuh? Maksudnya sesepuh kah? Sesepuh Genshin Impact atau gimana? Sesepuh apa itu sesepuh maksudnya? Sepuh. Sepuh. Anjir, sini berarti sepuh. Nggak juga sih. Nggak juga. Nyesino nggak berarti sepuh juga lah. Nyesino berarti bukan sepuh sebenarnya sih. Yang sepuh itu kalau misalnya punya Zhongli gitu kali ya. Gua punya Zhongli ya. Berarti gua sepuh dong. Ini gimana ya? Gambar bareng. Boleh aja. Kita dulu nih. Gambarnya mungkin ya jangan pakai akun yang ini, soalnya akun yang ini terlalu lemah. Nanti kali ya gambarnya. Masukin aja apa namanya, Bro? Taruh aja apa namanya ID-nya. Nanti di-add kok. Tenang aja, tenang.
Wow, this is the Golden House. It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was even fancier on the inside? And so full of
kurang itu lah, kurang
This
asik.
is where all of Tibet's mora is minted, right?
Soalnya jadi
so it's a
jadi
trap.
beban.
Tricky.
Pakai akun
Good
ini.
thing Paimon's got you here. But even if we can't take, or better yet, take a nap on top of a
juga sih.
right.
Gak
Back
punya
to
banyak sih,
business.
cuma punya 2.
It's quiet.
Gue cuma punya 2. Gue cuma punya 2 akun kok.
Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Paimon, quick! We have to go make sure that the Exuvia is all right.
Gue cuma punya 2 akun, gak banyak. Cuma punya 2. Yang ini sama 1 lagi. Oke, siap. Nanti di-add ya. Nanti di-add di akun yang berikutnya deh. Oke. Mau kelarin ini dulu, baru nanti.
You've already fulfilled your task as guides.
Ganti
So why do you still linger here?
Dan kita akan mabar.
Haven't you already
Oke?
seen enough trouble for today?
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Although I'm deeply grateful to you that I was able to effortlessly find this secret location, don't you think that trying to stop me now would just be wasted effort?
Cilde, men.
Stopping the Mora
Jadi
Mints,
gue inget apa?
hiding away the Exuvia.
Gue ngelawan Cilde dengan Cilde.
The chasing a...
So you've been planning to take the gnosis from inside the Exuvia
Itu
all
apa? Gacha
along?
pertama kali, sekali mainin langsung ketemu.
As one of the
Cilde,
11
lawan Cilde.
Fatui
Wah,
harbingers, it's
Susah
my
nyambung
duty to
namanya.
see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled. She will get that which she desires. I'm not
Exuvia.
asking for your blessing, and there's nothing you can do to stop me anyway. The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were up to me, I
Arvan,
would have
kalau
skipped that
misalnya
stage to
belum
begin with.
Subscribe.
But I'm willing to do as the
Pasti
Tsaritsa
jangan
deems
lupa
fit.
Subscribe ya, bro.
Either way, we now
Jangan
come to
subscribe
my
kalau
favorite
mau
part.
ketinggalan konten-konten,
A simple
ataupun
pleasure,
kalau misalnya mau
and one that
mabar,
I am oh so
mungkin apa,
delighted to be sharing
kalau
with
pas
you.
gue live kali ya. Misal
The
mau
battle.
mabar, silakan tinggal
Battle?
chat
So
aja
you're the type
di
that goes
live.
looking for trouble,
Kalau misalnya
huh?
mau mabar ya. Okay, thank you.
You could. When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left the scene once her mission was accomplished. Instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want the knights to come running towards the sound of battle now, would she?
Suara tenggelam.
When
Oh
she
iya,
faces a
apa
worthy
audio
opponent,
ketinggian
she will
kali.
prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes, and consider the consequences of her actions.
Lewat 12.
But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a harbinger lies in crossing blades with strong opponents.
We won't let what happened in Monster ever happen again.
Audio outputnya gue main kita di
So you intend to
standar
fight
lah.
me?
Ya mungkin
Good.
cukup lah segini.
I won't kill you, traveler. I'll just play along.
Mungkin cukup.
Besides,
Atau kan mungkin
you
mikirnya
could
terlalu
never
jauh kali
defeat
ya.
me, not even in your wildest dreams. But hey, try to relish the fight anyway, because if you ask me, without that, what else is there? Fighting talk, I love it. Now let's see you live up to it.
Aduh, lawan Cilde. Waktunya lawan Cilde. Oke, mantap, sudah aman.
This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with a Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint.
Woo.
How unbecoming.
I will have order.
Terus setengah sih, balik sini dulu.
Nowhere to run.
Yup.
Witness the power of Guwa. Guwa, get them.
Ya, dia tele. Kurang.
Try this.
Body and
Waduh.
Not bad, not bad. Guess I should
Fase 2.
take
Oke.
you more seriously. Good. No wonder Senora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger. Something else catch your eye? Crumble.
Kamu
All
belakang
you
dulu.
do is run.
Mana tuh?
Has your luck run out?
Tadi dulu. Ini pasifnya harus gue sebutin dulu.
This. Gather.
Mana?
Got you. Raging tide.
Raging Tide. Oke, fase kedua. Fase kedua sudah selesai. Kita masuk ke fase 3.
Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get.
Gila. Spirit Cleansing.
Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing it to get close to the Exuvia.
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected. Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now. I see.
Gnosis.
Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
Waduh. Nah, mulai masuk fase 3. Nah, kalau misalnya Cilda punya skill kayak gitu, nggak apa-apa. Taglia.
This is going to cost you!
Buset, jatuh segitu nggak meninggal kan? Ya, gila. Wih, kayak robot. Hah. Gila. Oke, let's go masuk ke fase terakhir.
You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you?
Dapur dong, gila.
Did you simply move faster? Or did you leave the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the Gnosis over now. Don't make me take it from you.
Nah, lumayan.
You stay condemned.
Wih, kabur. Wih, gila.
Nice and spicy.
Aduh, aduh.
Rain outlines your fate.
Aduh, jangan sampai dia keluarin whale-nya. Kalau udah keluarin whale udah susah. Mana? Iya. Ah, itu belum keluarin whale.
Nowhere to run.
Ah. Nggak boleh sampai lepas. Soalnya kalau udah ngeluarin jurus whale-nya udah otomatis.
Look, child's back to normal again.
Bahaya.
Well then, time to cool off. It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. I lacked the opportunity to think this through. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis. You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you. We didn't take it.
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signor's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be? You already know the answer, don't you? I can see it in your eyes. But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity. This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend. Even if our friendship can only be shown in battle against one another.
Okay, okay.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. My quest still beckons. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. Perhaps it was never in the Exuvia to begin with. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a diversion of sorts.
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears so. Interesting to say the least. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers beyond the boundaries of contracts. As such, we must now look to our backup plan.
Backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this, for the weak will be swept away in the process. The truth is, the world belongs to those who pursue strength. I seldom willingly involve myself with the weak.
With the weak. Gila.
Unfortunately,
Weak
we cannot be
man.
picky about our methods as Fatui Harbingers. Children must all learn to eat their vegetables sometime.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyan's stone forest.
A god?
God.
Osial, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the Geo-Archon in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned beneath the waves by the Geo-Archon's stone spears ever since.
Stone spear.
If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, defenseless without the protection of its deity, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the ensuing destruction?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can an ancient god appear in a world now overseen by the Seven?
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey, those are sigils of permission. Oh,
Sigil of
Paimon
permission.
remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our Tsaritsa, breaking the subduing might of the Geo-Archon spears for a time should be no obstacle. Using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest me, and is largely... But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo-Archon to show its hand, but you as well, that makes matters a little more
pertama kali main
intriguing.
juga nggak terlalu ngeliatin scene-scene kayak gini sih. Aduh, selamat keluar. Di sini lawan Fatui banyak banget sih, mas banget gue sebenarnya. Tapi Fatui apa? Fatui yang listrik elektrik ada mas banget.
Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, You're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on?
Di sini ini apa jet chamber hancur, tapi nanti pasti storynya si apa namanya? Aduh gue lupa. Storynya satu story nanti balik lagi jet chambernya. Pas di storynya Shenhe. Oke.
If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really wouldn't have known which way to go. Did we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still in the sea? It hasn't destroyed Leyland.
What are you doing here?
Show.
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adept guy. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Chising. Is the fighting over?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now, and
One card.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Leyland? Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy, even from all the way out here.
It's not just you.
Kecil.
We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for ordinary people to handle, which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing?
Show.
So will the power of the Chising, Millilith, and Adepti
Madam
gathered
Ping
here
masih
be
di situ
enough
aja.
to stop that god?
we've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is not necessarily.
What? But all of you were supposed to be the guardians of Leyland. Can't you think of something?
One certainly could.
Cloud Retainer.
Huh?
The Qi-Sing did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong Ballista with one's own hands is here. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an engine of war beyond your wildest thoughts.
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend their strength to man it. We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now.
Oi, sup? Oi, halo, Bertus. Akhirnya Bertus nongol juga. Halo Bertus, apa kabar? Lama gak ketemu. Lihat sini nih gue merasa nostalgia karena 2 tahun yang lalu gue mainin game scene di game ini 2 tahun yang lalu gue lihat sini ini jadi inget bernostalgia, sangat-sangat bernostalgia. Tanggal itu kan hari ini. Yo.
Do not let the Fatui disturb their work.
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you are made of then. What strength remains within you. One wishes to witness.
Dorong dulu. Oh, di sana.
You're toast!
Kiri kanan. Buset, udah setengah 5 menit, gila. Waduh.
This is order.
Nice and spicy.
Kabur.
No, my sword!
Stabilize.
Bukan semua lagi jurus-jurusnya. Punya Ganju enak banget ini. Satu ketok. Lumayan, 30.000 di detik awal-awal.
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
Walah, terus setengah nyawa. Setengah nyawa sekali ketok dia. Bubar ini.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How dare you? Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Udah ready berapa buat naik ida? Buat naik ida akun apa tuh? Akun yang pertama udah ready. Udah ready untuk 1 kali gacha. Akun kedua yang ini baru ready 50. Jadi mungkin chance untuk akun kedua ini dapat lagi dia kecil. Jadi ya sudah. Mungkin apa emang coba fokusnya di akun pertama aja. Karena sudah mengumpulkan apa tuh namanya untuk akun pertama sudah gede yang namanya. Jangan mau dihajar ini. Oh. Aduh, guilty. Akun ini 40 kali bisa gacha kalau misalnya pakai Primo Gems. Intertwite apa namanya? Intertwite fight. Intertwite gue punya 10. Jadi gue baru bisa gacha apa total 50 kali gacha.
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
Apa ini? Ada spawn lagi kah? Udah cuma nunggu aja nih sama dulu ini kah? Wah, kabar-kabar nih itu apa ya? Gue lupa inget apa di stage yang ini.
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adaptive energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Your sins weigh upon your soul. Guilty.
Oh, pas sampai.
Your penance is due. You stand condemned.
Kita punya hero yang bisa damage apa ya?
I will have order.
Rain outlines your fate.
Looks like
Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak.
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
Oh, sudah lagi tuh. Ya, tadi. Udah nih. Wow, sedih lagi sana.
order guide you. Nowhere to run. Judgment is upon you. The penance is due. I will have order. Looks like
The Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrade. Once we finish this tunnel, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
Udah. Belum. Nah, gini.
You stay condemned.
Udah kan? Udah. Oke.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
Fully. Wush.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Waduh. Kelar. Wah, anjir. Shieldnya. Siap. Delay.
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Got some goosebump. Oh, dia chamber. Nah, tapi nanti di Shinra juga keluar lagi. Oh. Oke. Zhongli saya nggak muncul ya. Keren kali kalau misal ketahuan kalau dewanya masih hidup gitu ya.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the sigil of permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the overlord of the vortex can make any waves again.
Nostalgia bet liatnya. Yoi, apalagi kalau mainnya udah dari awal-awal kali ya Pak, awal genshin apa, rilis gitu ya, main tuh. Ini gini, wah nostalgia. Nostalgia sekali, sangat nostalgia niatnya. Sangat nostalgia. Sangat-sangat nostalgia.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer.
Nostalgia.
I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expand, it is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liu Qixing. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations. Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today.
Damn.
But please forgive us.
Look at that.
We cannot
Nyumbang
yield to your
bodies.
wishes.
Nice curve.
3,700 years.
Look at that curve,
According
man.
to our records, the Adepti
that
signed a
curve
contract
of
with
Nyumbang
Rex Lapis
body.
to protect
Damn.
Liyue 3,700 years ago. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land.
Di bagian kapal
Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebearers, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
Rex Lapis.
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing leaves many things of value to be inherited by the next generation. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network of contracts which has since come to be known as
Kalau
trade.
mau lanjut ceritanya yang lebih
But
enak, itu
I
kali ya
dared
Pak.
not speak.
Masuk ke ceritanya ke Xiangling kali
I
ya.
could only gaze at him in
Yang ada
silence
hubungannya
until the
benar dengan
moment I
apa?
awoke.
Ceritanya Rex Lapis.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right. That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the four winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both and that nothing good would come of it.
Each
City
of the
of
seven
Freedom.
nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height
Oh,
of
gimana nanti
simplicity.
negara
As
dengan
Adepti,
elemen
we've become a
itu ya, Pak,
laughing
elemen
stock,
pyro ya.
to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should
Tapi kalau
focus
nanti
on
kali
the
ya Pak,
city and
pas
each of
dapat
its citizens?
Saritsa kali ntar ya.
I know I already have, so why not see for yourselves?
Wah, bisa mau buka Saritsa berarti kemungkinan harus masuk ke
I apologize
Snatch
for
dulu.
appearing in full armor.
Negara Krayo.
I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millilith. I have come to extend my thanks to the Adepti. I thought this
Adepti.
battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were not as badly battered as I feared we might be. Although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the illuminated Adepti this day.
Huh? Why does everyone look
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite the predicament.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there.
Sorry.
Everyone was there. When danger
Aduh.
is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks
check.
And loads of things that make the harbor so pretty.
Sorry.
Thanks for protecting me,
Ketekan tadi
Harbor.
itunya malah tombolnya.
Please come
Sorry.
visit us for the next lantern rite.
Aduh, tombolnya
Unfortunately,
biasanya gue
we
nekannya
wouldn't
kayak
be
gitu.
able to
Cepet gitu.
participate
Huh?
because we are Adepti.
Oh,
Adepti.
okay. It must be hard being an Adeptus.
Teptush.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today.
It's like today.
The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection, but it is no longer necessary for the city to rely on the Adepti's power to solve every little niggling matter. Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call mortals. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between Liyue and its people.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti
Scene ini
had a
panjang
change of
juga ya.
heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, Conqueror of Demons. Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city of Liyue has changed much after
Belum
our
nanti masuk ke
long
scene yang
separation.
itu ya, Pak, di
One fears that by the
Northland
time one
Bank
finally grasps the
Ngomong
new
Zhongli
contracts of
dan
Liyue, you humans
Chile
would have
dan
once
juga
again changed
La
the place
Signora.
beyond recognition. Fair enough. Away we shall,
Away
and
we shall.
return whence we came.
Where we shall. Yeah.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view, that is still a thing to be guarded against.
Mooncarver.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of Liyue.
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that ends well, huh? Oh, right! It's nice the child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out.
Rex Lapis.
But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own. So Rex Lapis never showed up. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death too?
Archon dead. Nah,
Doesn't get it.
akhirnya
But
ke
isn't the
Northland Bank.
strongest lead we have the Adepti-less rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshen Funeral Parlor.
Wangshen Funeral Parlor. Jebur, hampir aja. Jebur. Nah, nyebur dong. Ding 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 ding. Paton. Salah. Font farewell. Masih ada peti harta di situ.
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor isn't...
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to Northland Bank.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong? Last time we saw Zhongli was booked. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on? We had better go and make...
Oke, lebih cepat lebih baik. Northland Bank. Oke. Jebur. Goodbye. Pengen gue ngomong ke Nadia. Oke, bakal ada Zhongli.
You call this cooperation between harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Aduh,
Don't take it to
Signora.
heart, child.
Seperti biasa.
Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that. Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And you.
Signora.
You're also one of the harbingers?
Sheesh. Look at that, man. Dude. Gila itu. Nice. Nice belahan. Gila,
It's
boom,
you
bling,
two.
bling.
I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was
Signora,
it?
mengerikan.
I'm glad you still remember my name. Ah, right. I
Ito lang may
imagine
kultur.
that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
No, don't let her get to you. You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements. And our last battle at the Golden House was almost more than you could handle. So it might be best to keep things peaceful this time, seeing that 2 of the harbingers are here.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liua was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
Paimon knew that we...
Oh, now don't
Shoot
say
kameranya
that.
shoot kameranya
Sure, I
yang
may have
bagus.
misled you, but I
Sayang
never had
mayat.
anything against you
Iya,
personally.
bakal jadi mayat nanti
Besides,
di
I
Inazuma.
thought we were getting along quite
Aduh.
well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle, we had nothing personal.
Semoga
We just have
semoga Saritsa lebih
different
bagus
views,
dapatnya.
that's all.
Nah,
Of course, you may very well hold
padahal
this against
Signora
me,
kalau misal
but
jadi
that's
apa
up to you.
karakter bisa dimainin.
The real deceivers here are
Kultur.
Signora and Zhongli.
Kultur.
Curse them
Bakal jadi
for
kultur
leading
yang
me
sangat
on.
indah.
So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to
Dang.
chat once I'm through
Look
here.
at that, man. Look at that.
You
Look at that
remember the
boobies.
agreement,
The
Morax.
boobies.
Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis, please.
Boobies,
What in the
boobies.
world are you talking about?
Aduh,
The
Zhongli.
contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed
boobies.
unto thee. For my promise is solid as stone.
Zhongli. Aduh. The Gnosis.
How sanctimonious.
So, Zhongli is actually Rex
So
Lapis.
you're the Lord of Geo? No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you and
Tsaritsa.
splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky and all of Lyra goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see. Am I right?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. It is now 3,700 years ago that I founded Liua together with the Adepti. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come, until one drizzly day. As I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the
Artinya disuruh
crowds,
istirahat.
asking myself, have I
Disuruh
already
istirahat,
finished my
Zhongli.
duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was Liua, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided that a test was needed in order to reveal the answer. So I feigned my own death and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue. That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under control?
Of course. And it would have been all too easy for him, too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more satisfactory than I could have hoped for. Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Qixing, but in the end, they even made efforts to understand the hearts of the people. Credit is also due to Signora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This despite the eavesdropping ears of her colleague, Child. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for joining me on this journey, traveler.
Agak keselin tapi
all of these things
tetap
turned
aja.
out as I had planned.
Suara
There is
Zhongli
only one
emang
thing that I had not
cocok dengan
anticipated, and that was the
wibawanya
conduct
kali
of
ya.
the Liyue
Sangat cocok.
Qixing. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when all was said and done, they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue as divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god of old.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the dark.
I think that thanks would be more appropriate.
Juga
You certainly played
tolong
no
juga,
small part in
ditipu
all of
juga.
this, wreaking
Asing.
havoc and turning the city upside down.
Nice,
The Lord
Signora.
of Geo ought to thank you for
angle,
your
man.
performance, if
That's the
anything.
angle.
If you hadn't created
That's
the pressure
angle.
of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo-Archon, Liyue would never have been
That's the
able to
angle,
become
man.
a
That's the
dazzling diamond
angle.
of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand, will be forever prescribed as a disturber of the peace, no?
Marah-marah.
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapolyarny Palace and seek an
Zapolyarny
audience
Palace.
with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa. Come, child.
Aduh, mereka kembali ke
Fine.
Snesna ya.
I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
Look at that body, man.
Now then.
Look at that body.
Is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a Gnosis.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, then I certainly would not be inclined to agree to it. My agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo-Archon. My contract to end all contracts. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
Wih, sih. Akhirnya kita sudah mencapai akhir dari cerita Liu.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
Manjat. Font variable.
Well, since we're going through with this rite of parting, so Rex Lapis is really... Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? There's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin was that Fatui fellow.
Fatui? They certainly...
Shh! Lower your voice. If the Fatui can...
Fatui.
You know that god from the ocean?
Yes.
Say, do you think the person...
Now that you mention it, I mean, it all fits together. Still, what sort of supernatural prowess...
forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Hear ye all! The Chi-Sing's words. Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it too must return to dust. Gods and Adepti live glorious lives, but both light and shadow have their season. Rumors and hearsay having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped, nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Chi-Sing's announcement said. So that's something feels off.
Spinning it.
Why could the Chi-Sing already have known? Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his gnosis changed tape? Exactly, right? Ooh. Look, it's Ningguang and Kuching. Are they saying something?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But blinded by our prosperity, we forgot that time can be pitiless.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walking among us.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, we must learn to say farewell. Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? As we build a new age of prosperity?
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yes, she really is looking our way.
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young. The Liyue Chi-Sing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long. Name your price. You deserve that much.
Whoa.
Bertanya tentang saudaranya, Pak.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Ya, speaking juga akhirnya. Final farewell.
Roping you in was possibly the most masterful move we could have made. I believe that future generations will say so too when our...
bisa diomongin.
Perhaps.
And but it's well, that
Cepet. Zhongli di sebelah sana rupanya.
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, thinking that they'll never see Rex Lapis again. And here you are
Rex
looking
Lapis.
all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne for 3,700 years? Right. If the two of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a meal at the Shinya kiosk.
That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout, but you'd have to pay out your nose just to stand inside Shinya kiosk. Are you sure you can afford it?
You're right. I do like the Mora.
Kenapa
As the Rex Lapis
tidak punya duit?
Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the same rules that mortals do. When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon, so I had to rehearse a little for my new life.
Oh, no wonder! Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had to. But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite to society who lives off of other people's credit.
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say it like that. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge. The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could, no matter how many times he descended to be with his people. I must thank you for that. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the streets of Liyue with you. That is true.
That is true.
But there is no journey that does not end. No meetings without partings.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our search for the Seven.
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed.
Closed?
Yes. The nation has been closed by order of its deity.
Oke,
The Electro
mungkin
Archon Ball.
di beberapa
And
live
just as the
berikutnya
people
mungkin
of Liyue
persiapan
prefer
itu
to
dulu
call
kali
me
ya Pak.
Rex
Belum ke
Lapis.
Inazuma.
She too goes
Persiapan
by
sebelum
another
Inazuma.
name among locals in Inazuma.
Raiden Shogun.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before.
Raiden Shogun.
Raiden?
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
The Shogun.
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. It wasn't that bad last year. Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there? Just how did Inazuma become a closed
Rex
nation?
Lapis.
It's because of visions.
Because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, the gods will look upon them with favor. This is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been acknowledged by the gods.
Uh-huh. That's how people in Tibet see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of the statue of the omnipresent god.
They want to seize visions. But why? Aren't visions blessings from the gods?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings that they should be under the sole dominion of divinity.
Divinity.
Whoa, that's harsh.
The Anemo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable elements that could pose a threat to her eternal realm. The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. 7 ideals for 7 gods, and of these, eternity is nearest unto the heavenly principles.
Bahasanya Raiden Shogun
All right
sekali.
then. Was there anything else you wish to know? Well then, I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation. Have patience.
Serendipity.
I suspect that some serendipity must first come into play.
Serendipity. Oke, mantap ceritanya. Oke, akhirnya apa namanya? Story di quest ini akhirnya selesai juga. Dan sekarang sudah masuk jam 18.50 ya. Aduh, gawat, udah waktunya untuk apa tuh? Sholat maghrib. Gue mau telat. Gue mau telat itu. Oke, karena itu gue mau izin break dulu sebentar kali ya. Izin sholat dulu sama mungkin makan malam. Nah itu nanti akan kembali mungkin di jam 7 lewat berapa gitulah. Oke, mohon tunggu sebentar ya. Thank you. Cek. Oke. Waktunya kembali ya.
Parah Om Do. Baru ada. Kedengeran gak sih suara lu gak ada sih?
Ya emang gak ada karena gue matiin mic-nya.
Bodoh.
Sabar Bung, gue habis makan soalnya sabar.
Habis makan.
Sabar.
Lalu bukan lagi streaming?
Ya streaming.
Baru nyalain.
Enggak, gue apa? Maghriban dulu lah. Maghriban dulu makan, baru lanjut streaming.
Kira lu udah berubah jadi channel mukbang kan?
Agak lah. Mau mukbang juga nggak ada duit gua. Mana nih? Langsung itu aja.
Apa?
Gue langsung join aja dulu nih.
Bos.
Udah bentar, gue join dulu. Bos. Unc.
Apa nih? Silang gak bagus.
Mau bos apaan lawannya?
Biasa buat si Barbara.
Oke.
Buat si Barbara tuh bosnya ternyata pakai es, pakai listrik.
Barbara men.
Dulu setahu gua resin gua tinggal dikit, satu kali.
Ya, cupu lah. Resin banyak lah.
Farm dari pagi farming dulu gua resin dari 40 sampai 43 sekarang udah tinggal 33 cuy.
Enggak apa-apa, habisin terus lah.
Bakar.
Mau lawan bos berapa kali nih? Bukan masih ada 160 nih.
Habisin kali. Dan karena itu aku nggak suka sama drama sama
drama. Ngomongin drama dia rupanya ya.
Ya fansnya apa drama sama fansnya WL. Susah sih sebenarnya kalau udah kayak lu suka sama lu ngefans sama seseorang terus ada konflik tuh nggak bakal ada kelar ya anjir.
That's a big trouble.
Salah mulu.
Udah kayak gue udah pasti timnya.
Lu butuh
lu sama petir atau api apa gitulah serah lu.
Gue ini aja lah.
Oke.
Apa es?
Biar
lu es kan ya?
Ada gue es. Gue sama listrik, tenang aja.
Ya elah gue nabrak lu.
Pantesan gue belok pas gue lompat.
Bukan belok, gue ketahan.
Nah gitu.
Pakai percuma pakai air di sini kagak berguna.
Ya lo mental. Main sama teman ya. Lagi sama apa nih? Sama Enigmamen.
Tuh, kerjaan gue cuma ngasih baron bani
lagi main sama ini namanya Enigmamen.
Iya. Tolong di-subscribe ya. Bisa turun awal-awal.
Benar tuh.
Miss bodoh sih.
Yang bikin miss.
Ini gue pernah kick fase 1 di sini misalkan. Kan 2 kali dia.
Iya.
Terus gue kena di sini sama di sini. Gue dirinya di sini, mati ya cuma 3 sini doang deh.
Timingnya nggak pas.
Iya cuy, kalau udah di tengah tuh udah paling males kan. Tengah hilang.
Iya. Gini aja deh. Yang kepiting gue paling males yang kepiting. Itu belum punya kodok ya.
Lu AR berapa sih?
Apaan? Gua AR 59.
Lebih nolet lagi.
Imun rel. Lu tuh imun. Kan ada airnya.
Iya. Aduh, gimana ya hero gue sekarang tadi?
Nyantai.
Jangan tengah dong.
Satu fase.
Oh enggak aman.
Toyota nggak bener lokasi lu nih.
Aman. Seenggaknya enggak goblok tadi.
The power of water
Cuman ini kalau kena kodok udah pasti kena nih.
Kena kodok ya?
Kodok udah pasti kena cuy. Wah ini punya ayam.
Ayam gitu-gitu masih sakit, Bung.
We seek but a
Ah.
small haven of
Der.
tranquil waters. Is that so much to ask for?
Anjay sepuh. Iya dia sepuh orang udah kakek-kakek.
Sepuh anjay. Bilang sepuh gua. Sepuh men.
Umur lo 52 kan, Dik?
Hah?
Umur lo 52.
Enggak, gua kan lahirnya kan tahun 1007, Rel. Gua tahun 1007. Lah kan di apa tuh? Di
iya,
itu
iya,
SMA kan
iya.
gua lahirnya kan tahun 1007 gua.
PA gitu. Tapi gua nge-heal dulu lah.
Udah, ya lu nunggu di tempat lain lah.
3 menit kan?
3 atau 5 ya gua lupa deh.
3.
Ya 3 ya. Saya kan sesepuh men yang lahir tahun 1007. Nah itu sebelum masuk penjajahan gila. 1007.
Udah lah paling bener tuh. Udah paling bener tuh gue pakai healer aja. Walaupun imun.
Bos butuh cici biar gampang nge-freeze-nya.
Gue nggak perlu cici, cewek gue yang punya. Kan gue yang gacain.
Singjo gue masih butuh ini lagi Rel, Oceanite 5. Cleansing Heart. Yang dia tadi gue butuh 5 untuk naikin Singju. Masih lama.
Kik, lu buat naikin AR butuh berapa EXP-nya?
Kenapa?
Buat naikin AR lu butuh berapa EXP-nya?
AR yang kalau salah gua kan dari 59 mau ke 60 kan. Gua butuhnya itu 340.125. 300.000. Gua butuh naikin 300.000. Masa 340. Ya lama lah pokoknya farmingnya untuk kerjainnya.
Berapa kali nih? Kayaknya udah ya.
Ya lu cek aja di buku kan bisa. Cek di buku kan bisa dicek di buku. Enigma Man.
Should we really be off work?
Yang lagi nonton di Just Enigma, jangan lupa subscribe ke Marksein Gaming ya, biar dia tidak ketinggalan. Ya.
Yang nonton di Marksein Gaming, lupa.
Yang
parah, itu temen.
Bertus lagi nonton.
Bertus apa kabar? Udah lama gue nggak denger kabarnya tuh.
Kalau bentar Rel, gue nggak bisa berenang, stamina gue habis.
Pakai pelampung lah.
Tadi dulu gue nggak pakai itu siapa? Gue nggak pakai Ayaka yang bisa jalan di air. Gue nggak bisa pakai Ayaka. Ayo deh. Salah di Oceanite. Oh ya, gue lupa ngasih pasifnya gue mulu ya ke lu ya, lupa mulu gue. Gue lupa kasih pasif. Biar ada damage elektronya, damage lu itu. Sayangnya nggak bisa bekuin temen ya.
Kalau bisa bekuin temen lu udah gue bekuin dari awal tuh. Ulti useless gua.
Lumayan. Turel kata Bertus, kabar baik sobat. Oke mantap Bertus.
Habis kalau pakai class gua nggak tahu sih. Akhir-akhir ini gua nggak denger.
We're way behind schedule.
Lagi sibuk kan.
Sibuk.
Gak apa-apa lah kalau untuk produktif bagus.
Oh iya, F1 pagi hari lagi ya, PR banget gila. Nonton F1 pagi hari, mantap sekali. Lagi di
Anjing gue nonton F1 aja terakhir pas SD aja.
F1 apa kayaknya jam 2 pagi hari Senin.
Motor GP gue nonton pas karena ada Rossi doang.
Let's see what happens when you lose your.
Mungkin sekarang kalau nggak ada Rossi mungkin pertarungannya kurang. Apa tuh namanya, pertarungan di luar tracknya kurang. Tapi sekali di dalam track seru sih nontonnya, masih seru. Apa masih aksi balap-balapan sih masih bagus karena motornya kan makin gila-gilaan itunya motornya. Pasif jangan lupa. Apain gue ulti ya? Kalau jaraknya jauh. Gue ulti. Putus suaranya. Oke 2, 5. Gue butuh 3 lagi.
Lo butuh 3, gue butuh.
Ini kalau salah apa? Nggak bisa deh.
Gue butuh 7.
Panjai. Mantap.
Kali.
Apa ayo saja. Gue Singcu juga butuh banget soalnya. Singcu gue anggurin, kasihan.
Kayak hati lah yang dianggurin.
Yo ai sih gue jawabnya.
Heal lagi hari-hari sih.
Ke Kecil Village. Kecil Village dulu deh. Mau ke Kecil Village dulu.
Oh, besok.
Oh, the sun's out.
Hah?
When did that happen?
Apa? Si Teda ada bikin acara di Senayan Park tuh. Acara wibu.
Ada apa? Acara apa?
Acara wibu si Teda.
Oh, acara wibu. Lu mau datang?
Kemungkinan gue datang pagi.
Oh gitu. Acara
Ya,
wibu.
karena gue datang bukan karena ada Teda ya. Ngapain aja gue datang ke acara mantan.
Acaranya Teda yang bikin.
Iya, Teda dan
DKK.
tanda kutip keluarganya dalam arti.
Oh. Wibu acara kayak gimana emang?
Hah?
Wibu acara kayak gimana emang?
Ibu itu kayak acara JKT. Gue nggak tahu tapi JKT tanggal berapa mainnya.
Oh gitu. Gimana tadi kata lu?
Di Senayan Park.
Oh Senayan Park. Besok ya.
Besok sama hari ini cuman sampai hari Minggu. Bayar sih masuknya.
Oh.
80.000 sehari.
Enggak deh. Makasih. Duit saya cekak nih.
Cewek gue juga ngomong ngapain sih datang ke acara mantan.
Duit gue lagi cekak soalnya. Gue aja mau beli es krim 15.000 aja masih mikir-mikir gue sekarang.
Mau beli apa?
Mau beli es krim 15.000 aja masih mikir-mikir gue. Saking cekaknya gue.
Jual dulu tuh Gundam 2.000-an.
Ini mau gue jual tapi belum ada keberanian gue buat jual.
2.000 makanya dijualnya tuh.
Pahala lu 2.000.
Banyak kan.
Ini bunga diambil dulu nih.
Nah, gue nemu
silk flower diambil dulu tuh.
Apa?
Silk flower diambil dulu. Jangan ketinggalan. Barbara bukan butuh silk flower ya Barbara ya?
Bukan, dia itu yang di apa sih?
Bukannya dia butuh yang dandelion kan ya? Jamur. Oh ya jamur yang itu ya. Yang di Mondstadt ya? Ya. Itu jamur.
Itu juga gue datang, yang nyuruh gue datang siapa? Sepupunya.
Oh gitu.
Datang lah. Jadi tuh yang jadi panitia yang gue tahu ya, si Teda. Terus sepupunya yang di Bandung. Terus sepupunya yang dulu pernah serumah sama dia kan. Dia sepupunya serumah sama dia tuh pas gue masih pacaran. Terus suami si si sepupunya itu yang rumah dulu sama pacarnya sekarang.
Masih kontakan aja lo sama saudara sama sepupunya?
Masih, kalau sama sepupunya mah baik. Soalnya kan dulu dia beli laptop kan nitipnya di gua yang pilihin laptopnya.
Oh gitu.
Laptop buat kerja. Cuman gue yang pilihin. Harganya juga dapat harga murah kan, karena waktu itu gue langganan di situ, gue udah beli 2 laptop. Gue sama adik gue belinya di situ, makanya dapet.
Ini ada peti lagi nih.
Ini peti yang kayak gini-gini suka dia masih tetap spawn terus ya?
Enggak.
Soalnya gue udah pernah buka di sini, gue masih ingat.
Nggak tahu. Gue nggak pernah spawn sih.
Udah lama gue bukanya.
Nggak ada spawn sih. Nggak ada.
Ntar coba kita lihat. Teori gue sih spawn ya, walaupun eksplorasi udah 100% masih ada yang spawn. Kecuali kayak yang di bank ini, di Marksein kan ada tuh. Marksein mah itu aja GTA 5.
Kayak udah spawn tuh. Oh itu lagi.
Udah dong.
Mana itunya? Oh di sono.
Langsung banyak kali, langsung pasti.
Oh good. I was just thinking that the silk flowers at the Feiyu Commerce Guild needed watering. The transport coordinators will probably moan about the muddy mountain roads again, though.
Males aku ketemu Tedanya. Ya jangan ketemu Teda, kan banyak orang kan. Bener sih.
Itu kayak gimana sih, gue kepo aja sih acara kayak gimana. Datang atau enggak sih kayak gue beli enggak sih.
Gue sih besok pagi.
Pagi aja ya. Males gue gitu-gitu.
Soalnya gue siangnya ada klien.
Oh gitu.
Klien di daerah PI.
Buset. Ada PI sono ya.
Kayak gue pagi datang situ. Kalian hunting barang.
Hunting man.
Iya kali dapat harga murah kan sih.
Harga miring yang lebih tepatnya sih. Oke, udah masak ikan.
Gue males ketemu Teda karena apa? Berantem mulu gue kalau ketemu Teda. Balikannya cuma sebentar doang.
Ya udahlah.
Iya gue males kalau berantem. Kayak udah nyaman sama kehidupan sekarang gitu.
Sama Tia ya gitu ya.
Waktu itu kan sebelum gue jadian sama dia kan gue sempat ketemu Teda.
Coveting the shapes of the living,
ketemu mantan
pure water can take on
Gak
many
sengaja sih
forms.
ketemunya.
In this
Gak sengaja.
shall
Waduh udara.
deliver
Iya
your
apa
punishment.
tuh? Bahkan gue aja.
The power of water is its ability to take any
shape. Pas tengah. Abang. Bekuin baru bisa serang.
Without solid ground,
Jangan dihilangin
terrestrial
dong tengahnya
creatures
dong.
become simply helpless.
Oh enggak.
Pikir.
Anjir.
Dipikir.
Anjir masih aman nih, tengah sini nih udah dihilangin sih bau aja.
baru dua tempat doang.
The power of water
Tengahnya hilang,
is its ability
musuhnya ntar sebelah
to
sini,
take
kita bisa
any
seberang lagi.
Iya.
Cuma yang pakai panah doang yang dapat.
Gue ngeliatin doang anjir.
Keren.
Shine down.
Nah tuh, listrik tuh.
One who is ignorant of water's treasures fails also to comprehend its horror.
Gue kayak dulu sering gitu ya berhasil ngindarin ledakannya. Sekarang gue udah lupa gue caranya.
Illusion shattered. Let's see what
Bentar lagi tuh.
happens when you lose your
Nyebur.
Keluar. Ya, elah jangan sini lah, gue diri sini lah.
Gue sini aja lah. Oh udah. Ada. Gue stand by sini deh, gue stand by sini.
Aman.
power of
Musuhnya di sono.
is its ability to take any shape.
Kan anjing musuhnya satu di sono. Jelek banget, jelek.
Bisa pakai mana?
Yang jarak
Oh,
jauh
bango.
lagi.
Bango. Oh, tampar gile.
We seek but a small haven of tranquil waters. Is that so much to ask for?
Oh.
Dapat 3 dong.
Dapat 2.
2 mulu. Pindah lagi.
Masih berapa lagi gua? Sekali lagi. Berarti pas lah.
Masih banyak aja.
Ya ada lu. Masih pakai banyak.
Ini biar bisa ke level 80-nya. Belum nanti 90 gitu lagi.
Farming terus.
Masih butuh 5 lagi gua, berarti 3 kali lagi. 3 kali kalau dapatnya 2 terus ya, tapi kalau dapat ada yang dapat 3 aja.
Dapat 3 itu agak rare sih dapetnya.
Iya, gua pernah kalau dapat 3.
Tapi lo artefaknya masih dapat yang ungu terus ya?
Iya. Level kan?
Yoi.
Panahin.
Sabar. Gerak nggak? Oh gerak. Ya, geraknya dikit banget gila. Geraknya dikit banget. Gue rancang-rancang gue udah pas. Pada geraknya dikitan. Masa udah kesini masih ada harta karun? Mana ya?
Dapat 2.
2 memeo. Itu ada harta karun tuh di bawah tuh.
We're way behind schedule.
Harta karun, harta rakun. Lu baru kelarin questnya Yula ya, Rel ya?
Di bawah sih.
Hah?
Itu di bawah.
Gua di bawah. Di situ tuh lokasinya. Banyak.
Lu ada itu arwah.
Yap. Itu di bawah bagaimana? Oh itu. Itu di atas.
Di arwah dulu.
Manjat dulu ke atas.
Enggak, ini arwah.
Iya.
Allahu naik.
Ya kan? Ke atas dia. Bu. Hah?
Lagi.
Gak punya. Besok deh belinya.
Apaan?
Ya nih, ada nyokap gue.
Oh.
Nanyain gue ada cemilan atau enggak.
Ada apa?
Ada cemilan atau enggak.
Oh iya, kemarin tuh gue kalau nggak buru-buru tuh gue.
Itu ada sonora.
Ya udah, sekali kita.
Yoi.
Di situ bos lagi.
Ada 2 tuh.
3.
Oh iya 3 deh. Kok 3? Buat banyak Harry Charles. Gue jadi inget dulu apa di sini. Gue sering banget kesini gue. Dapetin ini apa? Star Coach. Gue dapet. Apaan? Buat naikin itu Tartaglia.
Born of ice and frost.
Buat naikin Tartaglia.
Gue yang beku, Cok.
Ajar tuh. Oh, udah yang di atas ya? Ini dapetnya karakter KXP sih. Lumayan sih. Gigi, thank you Arfan, thank you. Juga welcome back, sudah kembali lagi.
Iya, thank you. Jangan lupa di subscribe ya, jangan lupa.
Hai.
Next on the agenda.
Iya gak kena, malu. Ah kena.
Ya.
Ada nih, lagi nih. Widih, lagi dibakar soalnya. Thank you banget apa banyak nyawanya dapat. Yo ai. Di atas sini nih, ada harta lagi.
Yang tuh belum tuh yang bawah tuh.
Yang di atas belum, di atas. Di atas tower belum nih, yang ini.
Oh iya.
Itu belum diambil. Gue telah pakai jauh-jauh deh. Wow kena. lagi jalan. Di, oh buku toh.
Next on the agenda.
Buku kan gue pakai air.
Air campur dengan damage es. Di UW Pavilion.
Sana.
Lu di chamber udah kebuka lagi ya?
Hah?
Atau belum?
Apa?
Jet chamber.
Jet chamber yang mana?
Yang itu yang melayang di atas itu loh, di UW.
Udah.
Oh, udah. Berarti udah kelarin questnya Shenhe berarti ya?
Udah kayaknya.
Oh, udah.
Atau udah sih. Gak tahu gue nggak apal lagi, pokoknya gue mesti jalan aja.
Gue karakter gue apalin. Biar kalau ditanya subscriber tahu itu karakter yang mana gitu.
An assassin from our homeland, or a fool who trespasses upon the waters of Chingsa. Coveting the shapes of the living, pure water can take on many forms. In this way, shall water deliver your punishment. The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
Oh iya, gue mau ngajakin lo lawan Raiden Shogun ya, lupa gue.
Without solid
Gue lupa
ground,
mau ngajakin lo lawan Raiden Shogun.
become simply helpless.
Lupa. Kapan lagi lawan musuh yang nyawane 1 juta? Kapan lagi?
Lawan apa?
Lawan Raiden Shogun. Kalau gue mau ngajakin lawan Raiden Shogun ya, lupa gue.
Pernah gue?
Hah?
Pernah gue ngelawan Raiden Shogun.
Iya. Maksudnya gue mau ngajakin lawan, soalnya gue butuh Raiden Shogun.
One who is ignorant of water's treasures fails also to comprehend
Gue gak hindarin.
Alah, ini meledak lagi nih.
Gue cok deh.
No touching.
Terus bung.
Let's see what
Udah krel.
happens when you lose your foothold.
Setengah nyawa.
Ready, steady, go!
Tengah nih taunya ini. Oh udah. Ya ada lagi.
Dia mah enak anjir, gak bolong. Belakang lu fit.
Ada tandanya kok.
Born of ice and frost.
Mana gak lagi. Coba mentalnya. Oke.
Seek but a small haven of tranquil waters. Is that so much to ask for? As long as rain.
Lumayan. Terra Torrent. Dapetnya created lagi, lumayan. Tapi nggak butuh sih. Gua nggak butuh Terra Torrent. Oke, sekarang gue bisa naikin Singchu.
Should we really be off work this early? There is still
Kita telik mana dulu nih?
Jarang gue di sini nih, jarang.
17. Gimana coba? Jarang. Oh situ, Minlin. Oke.
Nyari harta karun lagi.
Harta karun. Pipin masih tidur. Bahkan kemarin nih Torel ngasih kucing gua susu kan.
We're way behind schedule.
Lu ngasih susu apa?
Gua kemarin kan ngasih susu bubuk.
Iya, mereknya?
Nggak tahu. Kedai merek
susu bubuk khusus buat hewan atau?
Enggak. Susu bubuk sisaan dari Coco Crunch.
Soalnya kalau susu bubuk yang buat bukan buat hewan, ntar kucing lu diare.
Kalau apa?
Kalau misalnya lu ngasih susu kayak denkau atau pokoknya yang buat manusia gitu loh. Ntar kucing lu bisa diare.
Oh gitu. Gua kayak ngasih denkau.
Kalau mau ngasih susu ke kucing, kasih yang khusus buat hewan.
Oh gitu. Emang pengaruh?
Pengaruh karena kalau susu yang dari yang kita bisa minum itu kan
umumnya
iya kan protein dari sapi kan ibaratnya. Manusia tuh lambungnya kuat gitu, sedangkan
kucing lemah.
Kucing nggak kuat nggak buat terima itunya protein.
Nah, gua kan ngasih ke kucing gua dua senang yang dari bubuk, satu senang yang dari kental manis.
Apalagi kental manis tuh bahaya. Kalau kental manis dia gulanya terlalu banyak, agak bahaya buat kucing.
Padahal niatnya itu sebenarnya susu itu gue pakai buat bergendutin.
Jangan. Kalau buat gendutin bisa, cuman jangan pakai susu itu.
Oh ya udah, ntar gue buang deh.
Ini aja, beli di ini aja sih.
Apa?
Beli susu kucing yang saset ada kok.
Beli di mana?
Online aja khusus buat
online.
Harganya
ya nanti
lu
deh.
Lu ngasih juga nggak usah tiap hari, seminggu sekali cukup.
Nanti deh kalau nyokap gue setuju. Kalau buatin kucing.
Kucing gue sih nggak gue kasih apa?
Masalah kucing gue yang satu lagi kurus. Gue mau nyokap gue mungkin cara buat gendutin.
Untung kucing gue satu, kalau kucing gue banyak pembagiannya nggak rata ntar makanannya. Iya soal kucing gue kan gue kasih makannya pakai kucing gue tuh gue kasih makan takarannya pakai sendok susu. Yo,
gitu.
Kita pindah lagi.
Gue kayaknya nggak ada takaran apa gue kasih aja.
Kayak secukupnya aja lu ya.
Hah?
Iya kayak secukupnya aja gitu.
Nggak salah misalnya sekap gitu udah gue taruh gitu aja, kalau misalnya nggak habis ya udah biarin aja buat nanti biar gue nggak perlu kerja 2 kali.
Kalau kucing gue soalnya gue kasih kayak pagi dia sama vitamin.
Kucing gue mah kalau gue kasih dikit terus nyong lagi, malas gue dengernya. Vitaminnya 2, vitamin yang cair sama omega 3. Terus takarannya 2 sendok itu, 2 sendok susu. Baru tadi kucing kecil gue yang paling baru. Bentar.
Oh ya udah.
Baru tadi anak kucing gue yang coklat baru dikasih itu OBH.
Kenapa?
Ya batuk lagi pilek. Jadi emang nyokap gue sama gue kasih OBH kombi hitam. Gue kasih gitunya. Gue suruh telan.
Takutnya nggak kuat sih lambungnya.
Kucing mah kuat-kuat aja. Kalau nyokap gue mikir gitu. Kucing mah kuat-kuat aja.
Soalnya kayak obat yang dari kita beli online aja tuh, obat tetes yang buat kucing. Kan ada tuh obat, ada yang obat cacing, ada yang obat itu aja nggak direkomendasi dokter karena takarannya gitu. Apalagi obat manusia gitu takutnya malah.
Tapi mungkin malah justru paling bener itu malah dikasih dikasih tolak angin.
Jangan. Misalkan coba cari aja efek-efeknya.
Ya lah. Ya ini dua kucing gue yang 2 kucing putih ini kan satu kan ada yang udah mau meninggal kan tuh. Yang pas awal-awal kan dikasih tolak angin dal. Hidup sampai sekarang. Hidup nyaman lagi tidur di kamar gue sekarang. Yang kucingnya mau matiin yang disembuhinnya pakai tolak angin.
Karena ya balik lagi itu kan konsumsi manusia gitu loh.
Iya.
Kalau di hewan gak cocok pasti. Kalau dibilang kayak ya lu pakai tolak angin nggak hidup.
Ya udah.
Itu bukan karena efek dari obatnya, emang sebenarnya sakitnya dia lagi fase penyembuhan. gitu loh. Jadi
Iya, muntahnya muntah cacing.
Who trespasses upon the waters of Chainsa. Coveting the shapes of the living, pure water can take on many forms. In this way, shall water
kalau muntah
deliver
cacing
your
itu
punishment.
berarti lambung. Di lambungnya ada cacing, cacing kita biasanya.
The power of
Soalnya ini serial ya mungkin ya. Kalau dari pola pikir kan mungkin kan apa namanya ini kan kayak bukan kucing ini kan kucing biasa gue punya ya, jadi mungkin ya gitu-gitu nggak terlalu dipikirkan lah.
without solid ground, terrestrial
Kalau salah beda mungkin beda pikirannya kalau salah gue punya kayak kucing ras kayak punya lu gitu kan, mungkin beda pikirnya. Kalau ini kan
Gue juga
kucing
awalnya
biasa.
mikir kayak kucing biasa tuh sama kucing ras beda gitu loh, kayak dari daya tahan tubuhnya. Tapi sebenarnya kalau itu semua balik lagi ke itu lo cara lo nanganin dia gitu loh. Kalau lagi sakit gimana?
Now you shall perish. One who is ignorant of water's treasures fails
Nyebur.
to comprehend its horrors.
Kucing men.
Access denied. Let's see what happens when you lose your foothold.
Di tengah kan nih kira-kira nih? Oh enggak. Untung nggak di tengah.
Lebih aman lagi nih mah. Kayak begini.
The power of water.
Masih ada bentuknya seenggaknya.
To take any shape.
Lurusan.
We seek but a small
Iya.
tranquil waters. Is that so much to ask for? As long as rain falls and rivers flow, water will exist forever.
Konduktor stop.
Aduh. 12, berikutnya 16 ya.
Iya.
Aduh, masih banyak.
Gue berikutnya 20 aja.
Oh iya ya. 20 ya, lupa gue. 12 selesai 20. Farming, rajin farming.
Kali lagi nih. Wah.
Cabut.
I wonder when I'll be as tall as my big sister.
Gue sini deh. Gue ke sebelah kirinya.
Gue suka ya.
Kalau gue butuh gear, gue bisa ngancurin batu ya. Ini dia gue cari.
Illusion shattered.
Waduh, lu hajar yang gede itu aja. Kalau gue lagi di mana?
Aduh, masih kena tuh.
Anjir, kalau masih level rendah masih gampang nih. Kalau udah di level gua beratnya ampun-ampunan setebel itu. Apa buat mecahin shieldnya itu yang putih, yang geser itu, wah itunya repotnya ampun-ampunan. Ini ada harta lagi nih, masih tertutup. Oh ada ini apa namanya? Anemo slime lagi terbang. Oh, berarti ini panah-panah. Berarti ini di panah-panah ini berarti ini.
Ini satu. Terus lagi.
Iya. Tadi dulu.
Terus lagi. Tur.
Ini enggak. Dih. Bodoh. Refleks banget gila. Itu ada tuh geokulus tuh di bawah tuh di air melayang tuh. Naik dulu.
Bodoh pleset. Dapat tapi sih.
Tuh kalau naik dari sini bisa sih nih. Di pohon ini lu lompat gitu dapat kok.
Enggak, gue nyari yang aman.
There is no escape.
Ini semut ngapain aja anjir. Cincin maginya. Cincin terbang. Lumayan dapat 1 subscriber dari live yang bisa dibilang sepi.
Aku dong, aku dong.
Gue cuma dapat 1 dia tonton lebih sepi.
Tontonan gue juga sepi.
Gue berusaha mencari penonton tetap sih.
Oh ya, penonton tetap lo harus menarik sih.
Iya sih.
At least kalau lu nggak ganteng lu harus bangga dengan kejelekan lu.
Gila itu omongnya strike to the face banget gila. Padahal sebenarnya itu berlaku buat kita berdua. Tapi masalah
kalau gue jelek gue jomblo.
Tapi masalahnya satunya udah lagu, satu belum.
Nah,
tinggal itu doang masalahnya.
Kayak kok nggak laku-laku di diskon lah obral lagi.
Ayo gue pernah muka anjir, mau bertanya gila.
An assassin from our homeland, or a fool who trespasses upon the waters of Chainsa. Coveting the shapes of the living, pure water can take on many forms. In this way, shall water deliver your punishment. The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
Udah dapetin XP aja dah nih. Jamis. Set dia nggak diem sih.
Without solid ground, terrestrial creatures become simply helpless. The power of water is its ability to take any shape. Torn to oblivion.
Buset, mereka dibawa di air semua. Yang kabur kambing.
One who is ignorant of water's treasures fails also to comprehend its horrors.
Ya, dia terbang.
Let's see what happens when you lose your foothold.
Jangan tengah dong.
Oh enggak. Kita benar empat kotak ini dong atau?
The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
Access denied.
Lu nggak live ini lagi deh, Valorant?
Apa?
Lu nggak live Valorant lagi?
We seek but a small haven of tranquil waters. Is that so much to
Oh gitu.
ask for? As long as rain falls and rivers flow, water will exist
Apa?
forever.
Terakhir live Valorant gue kena mental.
Kena mental. Kenapa lu?
Hah?
Kenapa?
Biasa.
Di headshot.
Ya elah kalau di headset tuh biasa sih.
Pasti cupu. Kena mental. Tadi lo, kucing gua mau keluar ini. Bepin, mau keluar ya.
Oh, ini. sih. Masih kurang, bodoh. Kok gue nggak dapet ini?
Iya.
Dapet kali, cuman.
Cek.
Feel the heartbeat of the world.
Batu air.
The chasm. The chasm underground mines. Masih banyak berarti lentar lo di The chasm di undergroundnya. Masih banyak cut berarti harta karunnya. Yang belum diambilin. Primo James lo ada berapa lo?
Hah?
Primo James lo ada berapa?
Dikit.
Ini berapa ya? Dikit mah.
Games gua ada 249.
Oh itu dikit bener.
tapi interwine pet gua ada 38.
Berarti 39 berarti ya.
Ya, 39. Target 50 sebelum. Makanya gue main genshin dulu kan.
Iya, target 50.
Target 50.
Ya udah Pak, ambil dia achievement juga. Jangan lupa ngambil dia achievement.
Achievement gue selalu ambil, dia tuh yang gak pernah ambil. Gila, makanya setiap kali
dianggurin
tempat dia dapatnya banyak. Kayaknya gue masih belum bisa. Sial, masih kurang, harus lawan. Halo.
Masih nit lagi lawannya lo.
Bukan lawan project doang kok.
Ah, dapetin apa? Oh, bukan yang batu. Oh, yang scroll. Kalau yang kroco aja sih.
Ini gue lagi ajarnya kroco.
Yoi. Gua ada interwinded gua ada 102 deh. Enggak, 107.
Kalau kan gue sibuk buat itu naikin.
Jadi gacha men.
Nantilah pas langsung ada gacha langsung gue gacha pakai 2 akun pakai punya dia juga.
Gacha Nahida.
Enaknya punya cewek gitu. Ya cewek sama-sama main.
Gue juga ntar gacha 2 akun.
We're way behind schedule.
Iya main kecil. Yang kecil gue juga udah aman sih, udah simpen. Tapi kayaknya akun kedua kayaknya gue nggak menjamin gue bisa dapetin itu Naida.
Emang ada berapa lo?
Gue ada 50 sih ready. Tapi belum ketemu PT-nya. Ya mungkin ya doain beruntung aja sih. Mungkin ya untung-untungan hoki aja lah.
Asik FVP.
Kalau nggak dapet ya udah, gue bisa fokus di bintang 4-nya.
Ya, anjir kenapa jadi itu? Gue lagi test bug.
Gue mungkin untuk yang kedua gue mungkin lebih targetin bintang keempat dulu sih. Soalnya bintang 4 gue komponen timnya yang dibutuhkan belum dapat. Gue masih nyari.
Ya ambil gue.
Nanti dapat lagi nanti.
Gue butuh buat apa ya? Nah ini
itu mah buat bikin selai, bikin jam.
Oh iya benar, saya mau bikin jam.
Setia bikin jam, lalu bikin itu apa namanya? Bikin
Illusion Shadow. Born of Icy Frost.
Bikin jam, lalu bikin itu apa? Hash brown. Bikin hash brown.
Wih dapat 2 ekor ungu cowok dari itu kan.
Jatuh ya? Yoi.
Cari lagi. Oh di situ kita pindah sekarang ke sini. Kejar terus.
Ikut saja saya.
Ini juga ada.
Kecil Garden. Kalau mau banyak di ini siapa namanya? Di masih nama itu di Storm Terror banyak sih itu. Di Storm Terror banyak. Tinggal keliling-keliling aja.
Enggak, kalau gue ikut rekomendasi.
Iya, ikut rekomendasi.
Udah nambah, kagak mati lagi.
Access denied.
Udah kagak mati. Ntar gue ganti itu dulu deh karakter. Setup.
lawan siapa? Ya elah.
Males juga pakai karakter ini mulu. Gue coba ini kali ya.
Kan gue update itu short apa namanya?
Oh iya.
Update short yang Valorant. Terus ada yang komen.
Apa?
Pokoknya dia bilang itu mah iron gitu kan. Terus gila ya gue main competitive tapi nggak ada hubungannya sama rank.
Oh. Kan gak udah gue mikirnya, nah itu kan konten, juga suka gue dong. Mau konten gue kayak gimana kan? Valorant jujur agak susah sih itunya kontennya. Kalau lu hitungannya belum bukan pro player gitu-gitu. Oh itu nggak mungkin bukan youtuber yang terkenal dengan Valorant. View-nya dapatnya agak susah.
Kalau Valorant lu harus nyari momen itu mungkin susah walaupun lu akun apa ya lu YouTube lu gede tapi lu nggak dapat momen.
Yuk, hai.
Karena itu manual cuy. Dar.
Genshin akun random aja, akun random video random lagi aja lah. Terlalu apa? Jangan terlalu sering apa fokus. Jangan terlalu sering bikin video fokus. Karena jadi agak boring.
Shine down.
Ada gue pakai cici nih Ren.
Okay, faster.
Tahu gue cici gue bisa keluarin damage berapa sekali ketok. Jarang nyoba soalnya gue. Jadi nyoba pakai cici. Oke, mana nih?
Ini di posisinya di atas itu, Cok. Naik dulu.
Oh.
Naiknya di mana?
Naiknya muter.
Dari sini. Bisa nggak ya?
Coba aja. Nggak bisa.
Coba kita lihat.
Lama saya tidak ke Dragon Spine. Dengan Neng Raiden seperti biasa.
Gue lapar. Biasa lah gue.
Makan lah.
Kan nggak pernah makan. Gue nggak makan dulu dari serius. Gue makan kaki dulu.
Udah manjat sini bisa nih. Posisi batu. Gue belum close sampai sini ada akun kedua gue ya. Akun kedua gue lagi banakan di Liwe sekarang. Ya nemuin kadal. Habis Liwe gue mau farming dulu buat akun kedua. Nanti kalau di level udah di level 45 deh, baru gue masukin Azuma. farming lagi dulu. Inazuma soalnya level 45 banyak banget questnya. Terus ngejalanin quest yang ringan-ringan dulu kalau mau bisa. Terutama gue bisa dapetin condensed resin dulu.
Wih, sini.
Iya, bentar. Lagi manjat soalnya.
Kepencet bodoh.
Ya.
Biasaan.
Jatuh. Mana duluan gua? Lu udah ada pojok mana? Udah sono.
Lagi ngelawan.
Sabar. Lagi nemu angin buat terbang ke atas soalnya. Yo ai. Oh di sono, oke. Lu lagi di dekat tempat harta karun ya? Oh iya. Lu nyari slime atau apa sih?
Enggak.
Opening box over the breakers.
Ya lumayan lah damage cici gue. Walaupun gak terlalu sakit. Gue lumayan jadi healer. Cici.
Lawan di bawah.
Yo ai.
Bawah sini.
Oh ya Jan, kenapa gue gak pakai Jan?
Iya. Ya, selesai. Terus.
Ya, harta karun lagi dua nih. Yumen mental.
There is no escape.
Aduh.
Wait, hear me. Now you shall perish.
Dia kena shield. Banyak itu.
Gue kan kurang. Gue kurang 2 doang sih.
Ya dikit lagi lah itu.
2, enggak, gue kurang 2. Tapi kan gue gak dapet. Gue dapetnya yang biasa, jadi harus 2 kali. 2 kali itu upgrade. 2 kali. Iya, 2 kali
upgrade.
Dari yang biasa.
Oh ya, gue ambil itu juga ntar ya. Ntar deh. Gue mungkin kedepannya mau ini apa farming buku untuk kedepannya.
Buku apa?
Itu apa? Yang naikin karakter, naikin level.
Ya gue juga nanti. Naikin talent kan?
Enggak, karakter.
Oke.
Mental itu orang musuh-musuhnya. Soalnya gue apa yang buat naikin level karakter bukunya gue masih dikit.
Oh iya ya. Yang ini ya, yang hero suite itu ya.
Iya, hero suite. Gue masih dikit.
Oh cukup nih udah.
Gue apa soalnya buat Nahida masih kurang banget gue soalnya buat Nahida.
Lu kayak optimis gak pasti dapat aja lu.
Dapat lah, gila. Dapat lah. Gue mah
tangan wangi gue.
Gue mah optimis. Dapat.
Maka tangan wangi gue akan efek pasif kan, mengeluarkan efek pasif.
Yo ai.
Pasif banget anjir.
Kalau gue sih optimis dapet. Ya nggak optimis itu gue dapetin senjatanya, itu gue yang nggak optimis.
Ya senjatanya mah yang ada aja.
Artifactnya gue juga udah mau hampir ready sih untuk artifactnya. Senjata juga udah ready, paling tinggal dapetin karakternya aja.
Skin berbahaya mas, levelnya naik tapi aja.
Yo ai.
Lu mau kemana? Kenapa gua ada 97 resin?
Apaan?
Gua ada 97.
Onwards, we have work to do.
97. Lu mau farming apaan?
Ya lu mau farming apaan?
Ada, gua udah habis. Gue mau ngisi lagi. Bos ya.
Masalah gue bos masih bisa sekali lagi.
Sampai apa aja?
Bos siapa?
Apa ya? Lu butuh bos siapa?
Enggak, gue cuma ngelawan doang, berharap dapat pedang atau dapat buku.
Kalau itu yang S, yang cryo?
Hah?
Cryo S,
Enggak.
bosnya?
Bos yang ini Kik.
Apaan?
Apa? Aduh, apa namanya?
Apa yo?
Yang kayak ngelawan si White itu loh, bukan bos sih, apa namanya? Domain.
Oh, domain buat
Apa aja yang penting gue dapat bahan buat pedang sih, bukan pedang. Iya, gue butuh pedang atau enggak buku terus. Anjing, setiap kali gue main kagak dapat itu aja.
weapon. Lu lebih tepatnya lu butuh weapon.
Iya, gue butuh buat weaponnya.
Aduh, lu butuh weapon atau butuh bahan buat weapon? Yang benar yang mana?
Buat weapon.
Bahan buat weapon. Nah itu.
Oh, bisa dapat weapon anjir.
Hah? Kagak lah.
Emang.
Ini lo apa namanya? Bahan yang lu butuhin buat weapon itu di hari ini ada atau enggak?
Bukan, maksudnya buat ininya.
The world
Kayak
remains
yang
constant
apa,
over the centuries. But
Apa?
human life is like the
Yang
dew in
dungeon
the
kan
morning,
maksud lu kan?
or a bubble rising through
Nah
water.
yaitu di hari ini ada atau enggak bahannya?
Tapi gue butuh yang kayak Northlander Crystal Billetnya itu loh.
Northlander Crystal Bat. Oh, yang warna ungunya.
Yo,
Oh.
yang kayak buat bikin
Oh,
Claymore atau bow.
yang ungu, yang itu. Oh, berarti lu butuh batu itu ya, batu biru ya berarti ya?
Hah?
Ya berarti lu butuh batu yang warna biru buat diubah jadi batu ungu. Ya kan?
Kan butuh itunya, bahannya,
Inactivity
materialnya,
serves no purpose
material
whatsoever.
buat weapon forging material gitu loh.
Oh iya.
Enaknya di mana ya? Gue udah ngelawan Storm apa? Yang naga yang di Comfort Storm Terror. Gue udah ngelawan. Yang Lupus Flores juga udah lawan. Bisa sekali lagi gue nanggung.
Oh gitu.
Yo.
Berarti
Kesempatan buat ngambil hadiahnya ya.
ya gua ajakin buat Raiden Shogun, gua lagi udah habis lagi.
Apanya, kesempatan udah habis apa?
Fragile resin gua udah habis. Gua nunggu 20 jam lagi baru full.
Kali coba.
Makanya.
Besok aja kalau itu.
Iya, gua butuh Malefic General di apa yang dapetin dari Raiden Shogun. Gua tuh itu. Udah lah buat naikin satu karakter. Tanggung banget soal karakter gua. Belum dinaikin.
Gua naikin ini aja lah,
Barbara. Itu udah dinaikin belum? Si Ember.
Apanya?
Ember apa tuh? Heizo udah dinaikin belum?
Heizo kan pada akhirnya nanti ujung-ujungnya bakal gue pakai dari ini dulu. Sekarang yang gue pakai apa ya, yang gue naikin yang karakter-karakter yang bisa gue pakai dulu. Kalau kayak kan gue nggak ada kepikiran jangka panjang gue pakai.
Oh, kalau kayak.
Jadi kayak gue
nggak pikiran untuk dapetin jangka panjang, gitu kayak. Digongongin gue. Sama anjing. Lagi pose. Kalau untuk apa tuh farming bahan buat weapon, kalau yang di dungeon gue butuhnya itu di hari mana tadi ya weaponnya? Oh ini dia. Detail, di accent. Hari ini sebenarnya sih butuhnya sih weaponnya, tapi gue nggak ngeburu-buru banget sih.
Paling minggu paling enak kan.
Iya minggu. Soalnya itu apa dapetinnya itu di ini apa di Sumeru. Dapetin part weaponnya soalnya. Di Sumeru. Soalnya weapon gue baru level ini level 80. Kurang dikit lagi biar bisa naik ke 90. Oke. Sebetulnya untuk streaming ini gue seperti udah cukup dulu deh. Oke. Ya gue udah di jam 5, gue lebih duluan dibanding lu ya.
Mau di jam 5?
Ya gue start dari jam 5.
Oh.
Oke. Oh gitu. Oke, terima kasih bagi yang menonton. Jangan lupa like, share, comment, subscribe. Sampai